What is up, guys? Welcome to this video. This is Q&A number either 6, 7, or 8 on this channel. It's been a couple months since I've done one of these, and I kind of wanted to take a little break from vlogging for a few days, so I'm bringing a Q&A for you guys. All my questions that are going to be answered today were actually, I only asked them on my fitness page. I got over 60 questions asked, which is absolutely insane. So thank you everyone that asked a question. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try to crank through as many of these as possible while keeping this video less than like 14 minutes. So we're going to see how it goes. There's no specific criteria or guidelines to any of these questions. I kind of just left it open. Fitness related, personal, business, all that kind of stuff will be answered today. So I'm kind of just going to scroll through this. I took a brief look at all these, but I haven't really thought about it much because I wanted to keep my answers as spontaneous as possible. So we're going to go ahead, get this video started. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Didn't even get to cross.
Okay, so question number 1. Your favorite cologne. I actually talked about this last year. My favorite all-time cologne is Le Hobo Santal 33. It's by far my favorite smelling cologne. And that's the only cologne that I actually go out with and people are like, what are you wearing right now? It smells really good. So if you guys want something new, try that out. It's unisex, so guys and girls can use it. What do you like most about California? Besides the weather, I would say the independence that it's brought me, the responsibility that it's brought upon me as well, and just having so many people that I can connect with, so many people that are inspired and motivated and driven like myself to just connect with, hang out with. Okay, this is probably the most asked question on here. There's probably 5 or 6 questions. When are you announcing that big announcement you've been telling us about on your YouTube videos? A lot of you guys probably already know what the announcement is. Actually, a lot of you guys have mentioned it in the comment section with your guesses. If you think you know what it is, you probably do know what it is. But yes, I will be announcing it hopefully by the end of the month because I'm getting the stuff this week and then I need to figure everything out, plan everything, and then I'll announce it. I'll make a big announcement about it. How have you kept your deficit of calories so high? 3,200 calories for me is the lowest I'll probably ever need to go unless I want to start competing, which I actually will hopefully next year at some point. But 3,200 calories, I seem to be losing weight quite quickly. In order for me to do that, honestly, it's just a lot of it's genetics. I've always eaten so many calories. Cardio as well, doing cardio year round always helps with that. Have you ever thought about giving up fitness? No. What is your main source of income? Any side incomes? This is a very good question. I actually answered this in my last Q&A a couple months ago. I think it was like 5 or 6 months ago actually, but I did want to answer it again for all my new subscribers, and it actually has changed a little bit as well. But my main source of income at the moment or this year has been online coaching. It's been very successful for me this year. It's very successful for me this year. I put a ton of work on it and I'm really trying to push to expand myself, to expand my brand. So that's been really well. I've been working on it honestly 7 days a week, multiple hours each day. So I've been putting a lot of my time and effort into online coaching because I love doing it. I love helping you guys. Oh, and also modeling as well is another main source of my income, although it hasn't been as busy as I wanted it to be since I moved out to LA. Side incomes, YouTube has actually increased slowly over the years since I started it. So that's kind of a side income right now. It's not a whole lot, but it's slowly progressing. And then my catering job as well. So I kind of have like 4 jobs right now. YouTube, catering, model, online coaching. Catering's been like every week, every other week. It all just really depends on how busy I am and if I can take the jobs or not. But I actually have one tomorrow. It's been a lot of fun. It's helped me grow as a person as well because I have to kind of step out of my comfort zone, talk to random people, introduce myself to people before they introduce themselves to me. So I like it a lot, not just for the money, but also expanding as a person. Do you watch any fitness YouTubers? If so, what are your favorites? The people that originally got me inspired to start a YouTube channel were people like Christian Guzman. I used to watch him a lot, like a year and a half ago to 2 years ago. I used to watch Christian almost every single day. Steve Cook. At the moment though, my favorite YouTuber, fitness YouTuber by far is Max Tuning. I recently got into watching a little bit of Rob Lipset's videos, like only when I have like a ton of time each day, but most of the time if I'm doing cardio, the first video I'll look for in my subscription box is Max Tuning. I don't really watch Christian anymore at all, to be honest with you. I think I stopped watching his videos probably around 8 to 12 months ago. I'll always go click on his video, read the comments and stuff like that, so stay up to date with all that kind of stuff. But I don't really watch his videos. I don't really watch Steve Cook anymore. I used to watch Jeff Seid a lot too, but not anymore. What do you feel is a good body weight and body fat percentage to be at in optimal condition for modeling? For me, I worked the most in 2015 when I was 182 pounds at 6'2", so to put that in perspective for you guys, a 182 at 6'2" seemed to work best for me. There's not really a specific body fat percentage. Honestly, I work way better when I'm in the lower body fats just because my face leans out a lot more. But there's so many models that are in the 10-12% body fat ranges, so it all really depends on the type of jobs you want to do. So I'd say anywhere from 7 to 12% body fat is pretty good for modeling. Anything less, you start getting into like the fitness photo shoots and stuff like that. Any tips for people cutting? How do you stay on track, and any diet tips? So by far the biggest suggestion I have for those of you guys that are cutting and are just constantly hungry is look for high volume foods. Look for your vegetables. So I would recommend specifically salads. Salads help so much, guys. You guys can get a full bowl of lettuce for like 30-40 calories, and you guys can get that low fat, non-fat dressing, and that's like 60 calories for an entire bowl of lettuce. That's actually pretty good. You throw some chicken on top as well for some extra protein, and bam, you got like a 100-calorie meal that will definitely fill you up. So I definitely suggest steering towards high volume foods. Avoid any liquid calories like protein shakes or smoothies when you're cutting unless you're constantly full. Those are really good for bulking because they don't really fill you up and you get a lot of calories. So for bulking, shakes are really good, but when you're cutting, stick to the high volume foods. How did you initially begin to put on weight, and how do you make up calories from meals you missed throughout the day? So how I initially started putting on weight was just eating the proper amount of carbs that my body wanted. When I was like 17, 18 years old, like 5 or 6 years ago, a lot of the YouTubers preached low carb diets and like you have to get shredded, like always be shredded year round. A lot of them were on steroids, and I didn't know that to be honest with you. So I was just seeing all of them have very, very low carb diets, and I was like, oh, I need to do a ton of cardio. Oh, I need to limit myself on carbs. But to be honest with you, you guys have to figure out what works best for you. You guys can't trust like another YouTuber's macros or whatever. An online coach is awesome as well because they can tailor a specific plan to you and your macro needs. But to be honest with you, when I started realizing what my body needed, the amount of carbs my body needed, is when I started putting on weight. How do you make up the calories from meals you missed throughout the day? Yesterday is actually a perfect example. I was so busy yesterday from, I think I got up at like 8 in the morning all the way till 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I was out from the house getting work done. I was at the coffee shop for like 8 hours getting work done, and I didn't really have time to eat. So I had like 2,500 calories left over yesterday night. And what you guys do is just eat all your calories at night. If you guys have so many calories left over, just get them in all in one meal. It doesn't really matter as long as you guys are hitting your macros each day. Just make up for them at the end of the day. Combine meals together. Do whatever you need to hit your macros. Would you lick Nutella off of a hobo's toe for $2 million? Have you ever decided where you're going to live in LA? It's a good question. At the very beginning of this series, when I first moved here, when Courtney and I first moved here, we were looking apartment hunting. We found a few good places, but like the more we think about it and the more we've been living at this specific place, it's just like it's perfect for us. Like our roommates are awesome, we get along, everybody's super, super clean, the rent's a lot cheaper than what it would be with us moving out individually. So as of right now, we're probably gonna hold off getting a lease on our own until we like absolutely feel like we want to, but as of right now, we're kind of fine just chilling here with our roommates. They're fine with it, so it all works out. And renting an apartment's not really a good investment. You're literally just putting money away, you're spending money each month and not getting any of that back. So I'm gonna try to hold off on like more expensive leases until I like really want to, until I really need to, and then eventually I want to be able to purchase a house as an investment. Do you plan on getting married anytime soon? No. Do you ever just say screw it and pig out on cheap foods? I actually had a screw it day like 4 or 5 days ago, to be honest with you. They went and got donuts one day and they're just sitting on the counter, and I'm not gonna lie, I smashed 2 of them within like 2 minutes, and that was like kind of the only time that I kind of really went off my diet besides the 10,000 calorie challenges that I filmed for you guys. Do you ever see yourself steering away from macros? That's a very good question. At the moment, I can't see myself steering away from macros. Maybe when I'm bulking next, I would definitely be way more lenient on my macros, but I think for the most part, for the next couple years at least, I always would be tracking like my proteins, my carbs, and my fats very loosely. When I'm cutting, I track very, very hard. I make sure everything's pretty much on point, but when I'm bulking next, I think I'll be a little more lenient, go out to eat a little bit more, just enjoy the diet a little bit more. So that's a good question. Don't you get tired of tracking macros? Personally, not really at all. I haven't got tired of it. I haven't got sick of it. I have pretty good macros. I like to think I have pretty high carbs, pretty high fat, so I can pretty much get away with a lot of the foods that I want to eat, so I don't really get tired of it. If you would go back in time, this is a good question. If you would go back in time to change one thing, what would it be and why? By far, the thing that I would change the most is I wish I would have started everything just earlier. I wish I would have procrastinated a little bit less, because there's never going to be a perfect time to move. There's never going to be a perfect time to start something. And I wish I just would have realized that like 3 or 4 years ago, so I could have started this entire journey a little bit earlier and got a little jump start and everything. So if you guys are young, I mean I'm 23, so I'm still pretty young, but if you guys are wanting to do something, if you guys are wanting to move, screw it. There's not going to be an absolutely perfect time. You just have to take that risk. Take a calculated risk, I would say. Don't just take a random risk, but take a calculated risk in whatever you want to do, whether that's moving to a different state, going to a school, starting a business. I would just say take the risk. Don't wait, because you're going to regret it a year from now that you wish you would have started earlier. What size t-shirts do you tend to wear? Always a large. When I was bulking, I was getting on the edge of extra large, between large and XL. Right now, I can probably fit into a medium, but comfortably fit into a large. What's your meal plan every day? How many times do you eat, and how big are your meals? Recently I've been eating 4 days a week. I used to eat 5 days a week on my bulk because I was eating way more foods. Anywhere from, I think my smallest meal's 500 calories, and I think my biggest meal is around 900 calories at the moment. How much protein should you have a day? So for those of you guys that have watched my full day of eating videos, you guys know I like to go a little bit high in my protein to play it safe. I'm anywhere from 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Obviously, if you guys are a little bit heavier, you guys should calculate that by lean body mass. So times your lean body mass by 1 to 1.2, but you can definitely get away with 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I know that helping, motivating, encouraging, and sharing your fitness journey gave you confidence to start a YouTube channel, but what fears did you have when you decided to create your journey? I had fears of rejection, of embarrassing myself on camera, of just not being able to, I felt like I wouldn't be able to put up with the standards that people want to see from a fitness YouTuber, so that was also a big contradiction for me if I should start my channel. But eventually I just said, screw it, I gotta start at some point. So the very first video I did was a Q&A, and it was actually very successful. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun filming, and that's kind of what sparked everything else. I know Gino is a big part of your life, as well as Courtney's, but do you think the two of you will ever adopt an animal together? I know the constant traveling for you two would make things difficult, but have you guys ever given it any thought? We definitely have, and actually most recently, the last couple weeks to be specific, we have really thought about adopting another dog. You guys saw my Instagram post the other day on my Nick_Palladino 10 Instagram, and we're both really love dogs. Gino's currently living with my parents because he absolutely loves it up there. As of right now, with our living situation, with us traveling where we don't really know where we want to live, us getting a dog wouldn't be fair to the actual dog, but we definitely will adopt a dog later on when we settle down a little bit more. We're definitely going to adopt it. We're not going to buy a dog, because I always preach adopt, don't shop. What advice would you give a new model? Learn to accept rejection, because there's going to be a lot of people that turn you down. You may not book a job right off the bat. You just have to be patient. So the most important thing I would say, be confident, accept rejection, and be patient. Where do you shop for your clothes? I like to do ASOS, and lately for my jeans, I've been doing hyperdenim.com, by far my favorite jean company ever. They fit my legs, which is actually a big surprise because I usually have trouble with that. And then the final question of the day, is the color of your eyes natural, or do you have contact lenses on? This is totally natural, guys. I do admit though, the camera I think enhances the color of my eyes a little bit, just because a lot of the times I'm filming in natural light. But when I'm in a grocery store or something like that, when I don't have sunlight behind me, you can't really tell that I have really light colored eyes, just because my eyes are so small. So 100% they're natural, but they don't really stand out like this unless there's natural light behind me. And that's gonna wrap up this Q&A, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I have one question for you guys before I end this video. I want to know what you guys want to see more on this channel. I really like doing the vlogs, and I think I'm gonna continue incorporating vlogs into my channel, but I want to know what type of vlogs you guys enjoy. If you guys enjoy more workout footage, longer workout footage in my vlogs, if you guys just enjoy the day in the life stuff, let me know. If you guys want more nutrition tips, full day of eating videos, all that kind of stuff, it really does help me tailor this channel to you guys. So comment down below what you guys think, drop a like if you guys did enjoy the video, and I will see you guys soon.